Okay, tell me one thing, students. Whoever attempted the test, how many of you started your answer with it? It is so and so and so and so. Why? Whenever I see this, or there is another student that started her answer with this, why? Tell me why. Why is the need to start the answer with it or because? I just saw the paper. You all have improved a lot in the way you people answer your questions. It's very nice. I was happy to see that. But the moment I saw these two words, it's like I took out 15 minutes from the class to just to explain this particular thing. Then never to start your answer with it. Never. Or because this is a big blunder. I was like so furious when I saw this. So whoever did this, I'm not taking. I know who did this, but you people also know who did this. So whoever did this, don't do it again. Okay. I did not cut marks today, but now from next time I'll cut marks for this. And you people will say that why did I get my marks cut? I'll be like, because you started your answer with it. Because you started your answer with because. That is so not acceptable. Once you make it a habit, you'll do this in boards also. And then it'll not be acceptable. So no, big no. All right. So what is the last thing we were doing, students?
Members of Cement Trader.
Members of Salient Trader. Okay. Abir, you did not take the test? Hmm? You did not give the test?
No, ma'am.
Why?
Ma'am was not here.
You were not there. Still, I think like just take out some time to give your test because this will test how much you have learned. Okay. And all of you give your test with utmost sincerity and take it like a test that is your official test. And then once when your real test would arrive, you'll never feel that jitter, that nervousness, because you would have already given so many tests here and gotten like tested on so many parameters that that would not matter to you all. Okay. So all of you, it is like best that you do your test. All right. Now we will be starting the chapter that. What was the eighth question, Zaina?
Ma'am, I don't have a question. I'll go see it now.
Yeah, I saw many people left that question. Why you people don't know the word gamma? None of you know gamma? Gamma cups. Mode of asexual reproduction. None of you remembered that? Hmm? Say yes or no.
No, ma'am.
Oh, none of you remember that. Okay, gamma is actually the mode of reproduction. Okay, I taught this in the class, right? Gamma cups, like they gave rise to the gametophyte. It is sort of like budding. That is what gamma is. Okay. Thought you people will be like, ma'am has given such easy questions. You people remember mercantia? Mercantia bryophytes. So in bryophytes, gamma is there. Okay. Now let us talk about Ctenophora. Now this is the third phylum that we are going to discuss. Very small phylum. Now the phylum Ctenophora, the members of the phylum Ctenophora, we call them as sea walnuts or comb jellies. Now see, they are exclusively marine, meaning none of them live in the freshwater forms. All of them are found in the marine water habitats. They are radially symmetrical. What is the meaning of radially symmetrical? Can someone tell me? Jesslyn, I see that you've got a whole headset. Very nice. Yes. Explain radial symmetry. Anyone? No one.
Even when they are cut in different planes, they are symmetrical, or there are multiple planes that can be cut, but also all of them will be symmetrical.
Yeah. Or you can say that when an organism can be divided into two halves with any plane passing through the center, right? But those halves will not be left and right identical. They will be identical, but not left and right identical. Okay, very good. Now they are diploblastic, meaning how many germ layers are present in them? Two, right? The ectoderm and the mesoderm. See, students, um, in the next class, before you come to the class, try to revise the basis of classification. Okay, give it a quick brush so that once you'll come here, everything will be very easy. See, it had ectoderm and the endoderm. The mesoderm was absent in the diploblastic organism. Now, they have tissue level of organization. So we have stepped on from the cellular level up until to the tissue level. Now, their characteristic feature, the feature which defines them, the feature which you can say is used to talk about the ctenophore is that they have the presence of 8 external rows of ciliated comb plates on their body. So they have comb plates present on their body. Okay. Ciliated meaning cilia bearing structures are present on their body and it is in the number of 8. So this is their characteristic feature. Remember this. Now, what is it there for? So these ciliated comb plates which are there in the ctenophores, they help the ctenophores to locomote in the water. Okay. Now, just like how in the case of porifera, the digestion was intracellular, right? Here in ctenophores, the digestion will be extracellular as well as intracellular. Both the kinds of digestion will be taking place here. Now, ctenophores are unique in such a way that they have this very unique property that they can emit their light. They can emit light. And this phenomena wherein any organism can emit light, meaning can produce light, is known as bioluminescence. So the property of bioluminescence is well marked, meaning found greatly in the ctenophores. Okay, students? Now, the sexes are not separate in them, meaning they are hermaphrodites, and the reproduction only takes place by the sexual means. No asexual mode of reproduction will be there, only sexual. The fertilization is external, meaning it happens outside the body of the organism, and the development is indirect. What is the meaning of indirect development? The meaning of indirect development.
The presence of larval stage between the egg and the adult stages.
Wherein the development of the organism does not happen directly into the adult from the egg stage. There is a middle stage present, which we call as the larval stage. So here the ctenophores, their development is indirect development. Now, there is a special sense organ that they have, and it is known as statocyst. Statocyst. And where is it present? So it is present at the opposite end from the mouth, meaning aboron end. Meaning if the mouth, for example, they look like balls. So if they have the mouth over here, so on the opposite side, they would have the statocyst. It is a special sense organ that they have. Talking about the members of the phylum Ctenophora, there is Pleurobrachia, Ctenoplana, Cestum, and Birrow. Birrow is actually written like this. Okay, so also, who did not underline their scientific name of pteridophyte in the test? I got a deja vu of it, a bad one. Who did not underline the scientific name? Pay attention to that. I will cut marks. Right now, I am like, see, I thought I was checking the paper. I'm put a tick mark. See, What I mean to say is that I will start cutting marks if you people do not pay to these little technicalities. These are very important things, and it will make you better students, it will make you better answerers, if that is even a word. So this much is clear to you all about Tenophora. Any doubts about Tenophora? Any doubts about the test? Okay, good. There shouldn't be any doubts. Okay, wait. Let me show you the Tenophora and how they emit light. Okay, now you people are going to be fascinated with this. Can all of you see this? Do you see how beautiful they look? Sort of resemble jellyfishes in one way or the other. But see how some of them have red color, some of them have purple color, some of them have blue color, right? Do you see this? This is how they emit light. Okay? This is how they emit light. And most of them are transparent, to be exact. Now, one thing you people notice in all of their bodies, do you see the comb plates? Right? This one, two, then one will be in the front also. Then three, four, five, like 8 comb plates will be present all over their body. This is their characteristic feature. See this. Do you see these structures? The ciliated comb plates, right? 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the back. So this is what the ciliated comb plates. You people understand the meaning of ciliated, right? Anything that has cilia present on it is ciliated. So comb plates that have cilia present on it, so they are ciliated comb plates. Clear? Any doubts in this? Right? Okay, very good. See, they exhibit variety of colors. So they are bioluminescent, meaning they emit their own light. Okay. Coming back to the topic, people can note this down. And I think I have the other phylums in the next video. So you people note this down. Okay. Was there anything left to write from the previous class?
No.
No. So you have to start from here, right? Okay. You people can note down.
Done, ma'am.
Everyone's done? All of
Yes,
you
ma'am.
are done, students? Okay.
Ma'am, what is written after well?
Yes?
Ma'am, what is written after well?
Mark. M-A-R-K-E-D. Mark.
Noted, ma'am.
Everyone's done?
Yes, ma'am.
Noted, ma'am.
Everyone's done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Now we're going to start with the next phylum, that is Platyhelminthes. So after we are done with the ctenophores, we move on to the Platyhelminthes phylum. Now, all the members of this particular phylum are called as flatworms. Why they are called as flatworms? It's because their body, if you look at them, so they are dorso-ventrally flattened, meaning from the dorsal side, meaning the back side also, the front side also, they are flattened like this. So that is the reason why they are known as flatworms. Now, majority of them are endoparasites. Parasites, you people understand? Those organisms that feed either on the body of the host or in the body of the host. Now, if they are endoparasite, meaning they are living inside the body of the host. So they are found in animals and they are found even in the case of human beings. Now, they are bilaterally symmetrical organisms, meaning their body can be divided into two left and right identical halves. On the basis of the germ layer, they are triploblastic, but they do not have the coelom present, meaning their body cavity is not lined by the coelom. So we call them as acoelomate. And then the level of organization in them is organ level of organization. They don't have organ system, rather they have organ level of organization. Now, see, if any organism is a parasite, or you can say is an endoparasite. So they must have some adaptations in their body. They must have some uniqueness in their body, which will make them be able to live inside the body of the host. Because we know our body has so many enzymes present in it, isn't it? We have hydrochloric acid in our stomach. So if it will attack the stomach, don't you think it will die? Or let's just say our body is always like digesting the food and then flushing it out. So to protect itself, it has parasitic structures called as hooks and suckers, sort of like it attaches onto the body inside. Just like how hooks and suckers are present, just like how those football shoes are there with spikes, you people have seen that. Same way, they have hooks and suckers present so that they can attach to the body of the host. Now, they absorb the nutrition from the host body. So they do not need a very well developed digestive system. They don't need it, right? Because all of the nutritional requirements is being completed by the host. Now, they absorb this nutrition directly through their body surface. Now, they have special cells in their body that are known as flame cells. Now, these flame cells, they are responsible for osmoregulation and excretion. See, osmoregulation means the balancing or the regulation of all the fluid and all the electrolytes in the body, all the salts, everything. So, osmoregulation and excretion are the two things that they do so with the special cells called as flame cells. Now, in them, the sexes are not separate, meaning again, they are also hermaphrodites. Fertilization, unlike ctenophores, their fertilization is internal, meaning it happens inside the body of the organism. Talking about development, so through many larval stages. So if any development takes place through many larval stages, we call it as indirect development. So are all the points about platyhelminthes clear to you all? Is
Yes,
there anything that is troubling you?
No, no.
You people understand the function of hooks and suckers?
Yes, no.
Okay. Now talking about the members of the platyhelminthes, we have Taenia, that is known as the tapeworm. Common name is tapeworm. Then then the next is Fasciola hepatica. Whenever you write this common name after the scientific name. Okay. So Fasciola hepatica is again another member of platyhelminthes. And then there is planaria. All of you might have heard about planaria. Have you? If you might have studied about budding, right? You might have heard about planaria also. Hydra, planaria, or regeneration, right? If you cut planaria into 3 parts, each of those parts will grow into new organisms. So that was planaria. So planaria is the only member of platyhelminthes that have high regeneration capacity. Now tell me one thing, who wants to see the members of platyhelminthes? Shall we see? Okay, we'll see. The first one is tapeworm, that is Taenia solium. Now remember, they will not be pretty. They will not be pretty. So this is how they look like. Now this is a microscopic view. Now see, look at this. Do you see any dimensions in their body? Doesn't it look like flat to you? Right? It looks flat, isn't it? Like someone might have like put them under a roller and just spin them through it. They are flat that way. Okay. See, this is how their structure is like. So they are known as the tapeworm. And yes, they are endoparasites. They are present inside the gut of human beings. Okay. If a person has the disease, so Taenia solium is there. Okay. And usually, do you people know when a person can get this particular tinea in the body? What happens is that, first of all, you look at this. See, first of all, their bodies are dorsoventrally flattened and they have segmentations present. And do you see the hooks and suckers? See, the suckers and the hooks, it helps them to attach onto the body of the host organism. Now, what I was saying, these organisms, they are mostly found in the gut of animals. Okay. So let's just say for all those people that have beef. Okay. So they are present in that. Now, if a person has beef and that meat is uncooked, not only beef, also pork for those people that have pork. So when the meat is uncooked, it's not properly cooked. So their eggs are still in it, in the flesh. So once a healthy person has that meat, like they start growing inside the body, inside the stomach. Okay, so they are the tapeworm that are present in the human beings. Any doubts? So this was tinea. Now let us look at Fasciola hepatica. See, this is Fasciola hepatica. It is liver fluke. It resides in the liver. It infects the liver. See, this is a picture that shows how it happens. Okay, so the ruminants, meaning those cows, buffaloes, sheep, they can also be the host for them. And then again, the flukes are present inside the body of the human beings and they infect us. Clear? So it is liver fluke. Okay, then what was the next example? We had planaria. See, this is what planaria looks like. And if you cut planaria, let's just say we take this silly looking organism and we cut it into 10 parts. Each of its 10 parts will develop into 10 planaria because it has a very high regeneration property. Clear, students? So these are the members of platyhelminthes. Is there any example left? I don't think so. Okay. So platyhelminthes is clear to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Now see students, in all of those phylums, you have to remember all of the basis of classification that you have studied. If in exam or if in any kind of test, if I ask you people to write down the features or characteristic features of any phylum, you have to write the level of organization, you have to write the germ layers, the symmetry, everything. Just like how I have described here, do you see the body structure, the symmetry, the germ layer, the coelom, the level of organization, the fertilization, development, everything you have to mention. Okay. Now from flat worms, we'll move on to round worms. Ascalmenthes, they are known as round worms. Now why round? Once like you take this worm, okay, a worm, a creepy crawly worm is there, okay, you took it and just for your curiosity you cut it in half. Okay, now you take that worm and if you look at like that, for example, if this is a worm, you cut it from here and you cut it from here. Now when you look at it, it will have a circular cross section, it will appear circular. Okay, that is why they are known as round worms. This will not happen in the case of platyhelminthes. They look like flat, totally flat like this. But the round ones, they look like a proper circle. So the body is circular in cross section. This cutting that we were doing so as to see the outline, that was cross section cutting. Now, Ascalmenthes, they may be free living. Now, if any organism is called as free living, it means that that particular organism will not cause any disease. It lives away from any kind of people or animal. They are aquatic, living in water. They can be terrestrial also, and they can be parasitic in plants and animals too. So these are the modes of their living or their habitat. They can be free living, they can be aquatic, terrestrial, and parasitic in nature. Now the level of organization is organ system level of organization. Body symmetry is bilateral symmetry, and coelom, they have pseudocoelom or they are pseudocoelomate. How many of you remember what was pseudocoelom? From the next slide. Say.
I remember pseudo means false and
Yeah, coelomate means any organism that has a coelom. What is a coelom? None of you. Jesslyn, what about you? Hmm? Okay, see students. Coelom is that whenever the body cavity will be lined by a mesoderm layer, we call it as coelom. Now, in the case of pseudocoelomates, their like body cavity, instead of being surrounded by mesoderm, they have scattered pouches. That is why we call them as pseudocoelom. Okay. Now, on the basis of embryonic layer, they are triploblastic. The digestive system is complete, meaning they have one opening for the entry of food and one opening for the exit of food. And they also have a muscular pharynx present in them, a well-developed muscular pharynx. Now, the excretory products are removed from the body through an excretory pore. You won't write that they have anus. They don't. They don't have anus. They have excretory pore. But still, they have a separate pharynx, which is the mouth, and they have a excretory pore, which is the anus. Okay, they don't have exactly the mouth and the anus, but they have structures like that. That is why they have complete digestive system. Now, sexes are separate, meaning they are dioecious. Dioecious means unisexual. Male different, female different. Meaning male and females are distinct. You can distinguish in between them. Now, they possess a property which is known as sexual dimorphism. Sexual dimorphism. If you look at the word, sexual means in terms of the sex. Dimorphism means that appears dual. Like how in humans, sexual dimorphism is there. There is a man, there is a woman. Both of them are different. And when you look at them, you'll identify that, okay, this is a woman, this is a man, right? So same way, in the cases of roundworms, they are also very distinguishable Not because you can look at them. Now they have different structures. Like if you look at a female, you'll see long hairs, breast and everything, and you'll understand that is a female. If you look at a male, you'll see no breast and you'll see shorter hair and like a, what do you call it, muscular build. So you'll think that is a male, right? But in the case of worms, the longer one, the one that will be longer in height or the length, will be a female, and the one that will be smaller in length will be a male in this case. So they have sexual dimorphism present. Females are longer than the males. Fertilization in them is internal fertilization, and the development can be direct or it can be indirect also. Now they also have specialized cells that are known as rennet cells that help them for like doing the excretion activities. Okay, again, they are not, you can say anus, none of them are, but they help them in the excretion. Talking about the members that come under the Ascalmanthus phylum, we have Ascaris, that is the roundworm, the most common roundworm. It causes a disease called as ascariasis. This is a disease. Okay, if it is a parasitic Ascalmanthus. Then there is Wuchereria. Wuchereria is a filarial worm. It causes a disease called as filariasis. Okay. Then there is Encyclostoma, which is a hookworm. So all of them are disease causing round. Clear, student? Let us now see the members of Ascalmanthus. First, we'd have to see Ascaris. Now, Ascaris picture is there in your NCERT book also. See Ascaris. Always remember, they are, first of all, you can directly see them and you'll understand that they are roundworms, right? They look round, isn't it? And round in terms of their breadth, not their length. And the longer one will always be the female, the shorter with a curved tail. Do you see this curved tail? Does the female have a curved tail? No. So whenever there will be a curved tail and a shorter length, that will be a male. And whenever it will be one long straight, that will be a female. This property wherein you can distinguish the two organisms like male and female, we call it as sexual dimorphism. So they have sexual dimorphism present. Okay, now tell me the next name of Ascalmanthus. What is the next name? Wuchereria. This is Wuchereria. It causes filariasis, a mosquito-borne disease. Okay, this is the Wuchereria. Okay. In this particular disease, if a person has filariasis, that person, like the lower body of that person becomes really big. Big as in big. And this is the reason why filariasis is also known as elephantiasis. Okay, this is a disease that is caused by, oh, see this. All of these people, like one leg is normal, the other leg is so, like you can say huge, right? This is what happens in elephantiasis. This is caused by that Wuchereria worm. Okay, this is because they feed on our lower lymph tissues. Okay, clear, students? This is elephantiasis or filariasis. Another example is encyclostoma. See, there are multiple species that you can find, but just remember the genus name. You don't have to remember the species name. This is how the encyclostoma look like. See, you can see it underneath the skin also. How creepy is that? And see that like dagger-like spikes? They use this to stay attached onto the body of the host. This is not teeth. It's not teeth. But the teeth-like structures are hooks and suckers. Okay? See this. How creepy is that? So now you people understand? So this was all there is to know about Ascalmenthes. Now we'll move on to annelid. Any doubts up until now, students?
Uh,
Yes?
Area is also a part of Ascalmenthes.
Hmm?
Funaria is also a part of Ascalmenthes.
I can't hear you.
Uh,
Funaria?
yes, ma'am.
Funaria?
Yes, ma'am.
Funaria is a plant.
But in the school, they confused me. In the lab, they showed that this is also a part of Ascalmenthes.
Funaria. No, Funaria is a plant. It belongs to plant kingdom. Funaria, Ectocarpus, filarial worm is there. Maybe you have heard it wrong. They wouldn't add a plant into an animal kingdom. You might have heard it wrong, but filaria is what they mean. Filariasis, right? Filaria. So Wuchereria causes filariasis. It is the filarial worm, meaning filariasis causing worm. Okay. Now we have the phylum Annelida. See, the name tells us everything about them. Anne, here the word an refers to annulus, which means little rings. Do you people remember when I was teaching you about segmentation in the body? I showed you earthworm. I drew butterfly. Tell you that. Remember? So now,
Yes.
yeah, this whole phylum, it has those members that have ring-like structures or segmentation on their body. Their habitat can be aquatic, both marine and freshwater. They are found terrestrially also when they are free living. And they can sometimes be parasitic in nature. Talking about the levels of organization, so they have organ system level of organization. Their body symmetry is bilaterally symmetrical. Germ layer is triploblastic. Three layers are there: ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm. They are true coelomate. And segmentation is present in them, something we call as metameric segmentation. And units of that metameric segmentation, they were known as metameres. So metameres present, and this is the very reason why, because of the reason that little ring-like structures or metameres are present, we call this phylum as the Annelida phylum, referring to the annulus, that means ring structures. Now they have muscles present in their body that are longitudinal and circular muscles, not the muscles that we have. They have their own muscles, and these muscles help them to locomote. Now talking about the example of aquatic annelid, so we have Nereis. Nereis is an aquatic annelid, meaning it dwells in the aquatic habitat. Now since it is aquatic, so it would require some structures to help it swim. So it has lateral appendages. For example, if this is Nereis, so lateral means on the side, right? So it has sideways appendages which will allow it to swim. Now they have closed circulatory system present. Closed means, what is the meaning of closed circulatory system?
There are arteries and veins present for the
Exactly. Yes. Very important line that they have nephridia. Very important. They have nephridia for osmoregulation and excretion. Just like how platyhelminthes had flame cells, same way the annelids, they have nephridia. Now, they also have a nervous system, but it's not very well developed. See, they have paired ganglia. Ganglia is, you can say, a very low form of neuron or brain. Okay, they are connected by lateral nerves to a double ventral nerve cord. So they have nerve cord, they have nerves, and they have ganglia present. This is their nervous system. Okay, students. Now, Nereis is an aquatic form and it is dioecious. Dioecious means male Nereis and female Nereis are present, meaning the male and the female is present in the separate bodies. But earthworm and leeches, they are monoecious, meaning hermaphrodites. Clear? Reproduction is sexual reproduction. Members of annelids, we have nares, then we have ferretima, that is earthworm, then hirudinaria, that is blood-sucking leech. And this is a freshwater organism. Clear? So we have completed the phylum Annelida. Any doubts in that, students? Anything you want an explanation for again? Tell me. No? Okay. All right. Now you people can note down till here and then we'll see. You can switch off your videos, write down comfortably.
Done.
Everyone's done?
Yes, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
All of you are done, students? Yes, everyone's done.
Yes, ma'am.
Noted, ma'am.
Done. Done.
Done, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
Everyone's done?
Yes, ma'am.
Noted, ma'am.
Everyone's done?